Hi, so in this video, I'm going to go through what linking words are and how to use them properly in your writing. So the first thing it's important to know is that linking words is just another term for connectives. And what they do in a very general sense is link ideas together and help your ideas flow in a piece of writing. Before we start looking at linking words, it's important to know why we use them. And it's because linking words show the relationship between words, and each different linking word has a slightly different relationship. So this is a good example. You haven't worked hard, so you will not get promoted. This is a common example, what I would call a cause and effect connective. Okay, you've done this, so this happens. And that's just one example. We're going to have a look at in more depth about the different usage and the different kind of relationships that we can expect to see in our writing. About the rules that linking words have to follow. So linking words must agree with the sentence. So if the two clauses are contrasting each other, then a contrasting connective must be used. And when I'm talking about clauses, all that really means is one thing that you want to say in your sentence. So if there two things are opposing ideas or opposite ideas, then you need a contrasting connective in between them. Okay, it joins two related clauses, and those clauses, once again, are just things that you want to say within a sentence. They have to help you structure your ideas and make the text flow. So this means the reader understands the relationship between your sentences. It's important to understand that each connective you use has a specific job. So I've included 5 different types of connectives here, and I'll go through some examples of how they can be used in the next few slides. Just to give you an overview, we've got the sequencing, we've got cause and effects, we've got given an example, opposites, and adding. And I'll make this table available to you in the downloads at the end of the video. But now I'll just go through some of these in more detail. Sequencing linking words tell the audience about when something happens. It can also be of great use when organising an argument. So you can see here, while I understand what you are saying, I do not agree with what you said. So even though the linking word is appearing at the beginning of the sentence, it's still a linking word because it's still got those two ideas that are being joined. And it's talking about doing two things at once. So you can understand at the same time not agree. Firstly, is a great example when you're kind of organising that your arguments and stuff like that. Firstly, the main problem of education is blah blah blah. So you might want to do a paragraph that starts with firstly and go into your ideas. I would say don't go too far with the secondly, thirdly, fourthly, because it'd just be too repetitive. You want to try and avoid that as much as possible. Cause and effect linking words are simple. This happened because of this. It shows the results of actions, connecting the ideas, showing that one thing happens because of another. Using linking words such as therefore can give your writing this real nice professional feel. It's also great when explaining something to a younger person or a child, so they understand the consequences. So I didn't have any money, so I couldn't go to the cinema. So that's a consequence. I really love going to school because I get to learn so much. This one is kind of like a consequence, but it gives the explanation, gives a reason why. So here you should start to see why it's very important to use the correct connectives or linking words in the correct places. Linking words that give an example are generally used to back up what you want to say. This can be fantastic at adding more information to an argument and developing an appropriate amount of detail, especially if you're doing something like functional skills level 1, where you need to kind of really explain yourself. So here's the example. So I want to do something meaningful, such as volunteer to help the elderly. And you can see that linking word there, just providing that example and going into more detail. Things could always be worse. For example, you could be trapped in jelly. So far too often in functional skills especially, I'm seeing people just write things like things could always be worse. But if you develop that idea and kind of back up your point a little bit with some of these fantastic linking words, then you will get more marks in a functional skills exam. And I think it will definitely help for whatever exam you're taking, just to kind of develop that appropriate amount of detail and help your ideas to flow a bit more. Next we have opposites. So opposites are linking words that are used when two phrases are different. So this might be joining a positive phrase about something and combining it with a negative phrase. It can be like showing the positives and negatives of something, so like giving a balanced argument, which is really useful when talking about complex issues, especially when you get up to GCSE, when you realise there's always going to be two sides of an argument. So this is my example of opposites, the one I always use. My husband's feet smell, however, I still love him. When you get up to GCSE, I don't know if you're already there, um, using a linking word in the middle of a sentence like this is really, really high level. At GCSE, we call these discourse markers, and for very high level, we call that an integrated discourse marker. That is when the connective or linking word is right in the middle of those two phrases, showing that complex relationship. So, great example of the complex. I love cake, although I should stop eating it all the time. So we're showing the very positive side, loving of the cake, although we could have linked with something like, although it is bad for me, although I should eat less because it's affecting my health or something like that. So just kind of showing, there's always positives and negatives of a case. So especially if you're writing a piece of non-fiction and you wanting to write about something like the smoking ban, you could say, it's a very, very good thing to limit passive smoking, although I don't think we should be controlling people's freedoms like this. You'll see how that sounds much more reasoned, much more thought out. It's a very good thing to use to help improve your ideas and your expression. Adding linking words are a great way to bring two phrases together that agree with one another. This means that the second phrase builds upon and adds more detail to the first phrase rather than disagreeing with it like the linking words we saw previously, like however and but. So, I love playing football, very positive statement. In addition, it is a great way to stay in shape. So that's kind of building upon your previous clause. Next one, you need to get your mother a present for Mother's Day. Moreover, she needs a gift for her birthday too. So just adding in that detail. And you'll find that having a little bit of variety with these linking words will actually increase your marks. It's great for vocabulary development, but it can be quite difficult when you are experimenting with these to get that relationship right. I've included a downloadable worksheet with questions testing your understanding of how to use linking words and paragraphs. If you're a little unsure how to use paragraphs accurately, please feel free to watch a short video that I've made on this. I'll make sure that I include the table with the different relationships, and as I said before, it's got the answers down below. Finally, thank you to everyone who's subscribed lately. The channel's started to grow, and I really appreciate it. It's really a nice thing to see. So thanks a lot.